Maintenance man here at Mr. Dog Poop Studios. And this week, we put a coat of paint on the generator. Now, we have to install the new wheels. But before we do that, we want to tap out the holes. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So your typical car is going to have lug nuts. But a lot of the trailer axles have lug bolts. This actually had lug nuts and threaded pieces on there which didn't come apart. You can see the top here is rusty, it's painted. When we tried to take it off, it took the whole stud out. This is the wrong piece for the application. So we went on Amazon for about $2 a piece, and we got some lug bolts. You see those are 1/2 inch diameter, 20 threads per inch. That's what fits in there. As you can see by the old lugs, they're extremely rusty. These were rusty, and then we just painted it. So when we try to put these in, they'll fit, but they're gonna be really tight and they're gonna get stuck in there. So what we wanna do is clean out those threads. We're gonna use a tap. I bought this tap on Amazon for around $7. It's the same diameter and 1/2 inch, 20 threads per inch. We're gonna use a hand tapping tool. Just goes in there, tighten it in. And what that'll do is it'll cut the threads, clean the paint out, clean the rust out, and give us a clean surface to bolt to. When you're tapping, you want to use a little bit of cutting oil or oil. This just happens to be motor oil. A little bit on the tap, put it in, and you'll feel it cutting. Rather than trying to put a bolt in there and getting stuck halfway in, not being able to tighten it up, you just want to clean it out. So you'll see that in the front, it's very clean, but back here you'll see all the rust, crud, and paint that we took out. And before we come back through, just take a paper towel, clean some of that off so we don't get it back. And you can see all that garbage. So we don't bring it back into the hole as we retract it. And it's not hard, but if you go to put the lug bolt in and it gets stuck, and it's stuck in there and you break it off, then you're gonna have some real major problems. So get yourself a tap, clean it out, make sure you're not going to have any issues. And this thing's moving around, it makes it a little bit difficult as you get to the end. And you can see all the crud in here that came out. If that gets stuck in the threads, that's where you end up having a problem. So taking an extra step save you a lot of headaches. And then when we take our brand new nut and put it in there, that's going to go in no problem. But if I try to put this in here, I can't actually tighten this by hand. It's too hard right now. And the more I put a wrench on here and I start to tighten it, it could end up getting stuck in there and then breaking off, which is not what you want. If you don't want to do it by hand, you can use a drill, which is going to make it a lot faster. But you have to be extremely careful, because if you cross thread it or it doesn't go in right, you could end up screwing up the threads, and then you're going to need a whole new hub. So I always caution to do it by hand, go nice and slow. But if you want to do it this way, again, you still want to use a little bit of oil for lubricant, the oil on your tap. Oh, I went in sideways. See how that caught? And with this thing moving, you could really screw up your threads. So if I could stabilize this and do it, or if you get it in, it's just, there's so much torque on this drill. And you see that come out, look at all that garbage coming out the back end. Wipe it off the best you can and then retract it. Again, even taking it back out, you can see all the crud on there, all the junk that was in there. Just enough to cause a problem. You can't use too much oil, but you can use not enough. So real slow and easy so you get the threads right. And you could hear the drill straining as it's going through, because it is cutting and removing all that garbage. If you're doing it with the drill, when you get to the end, since it's a tapered tap, it could twist, and then you could end up ripping the threads off of the end. So just go like that. Time for a quick beer break. It helps. Bought some new wheels and tires on Amazon, and honestly, it was just the cheapest way to go. We got two brand new rims and tires for $75 each, around $75. These are $2 a piece, so that's another $10. And if I measured it right, we'll have the right ones. So when you're on a car, you put it on the lugs that lines up, but we're gonna have to find them, line them up without actually being in them. And you see how nicely that goes in. And then you just have to line up the other ones. So I'm gonna use a little bit of bearing grease, and I'm gonna put a little bit of grease on the bolt. I don't recommend doing this if you're driving on the street, because this can loosen up and fall out. So I wouldn't recommend putting grease on it. We are not using this on the street. We're only using it around the compound. So we're not concerned about it. We're more concerned with these coming back out. So we're gonna put grease on it. But if you do it on the street, you're gonna have to really watch them because they can loosen up and come out. So get it. You see how that goes pretty much all the way in just by hand. And compare that to what we had on here before, which was no comparison. This is 3/4. They do come in different sizes. And as we tighten it up, it'll self-center. Just let it down on the ground so the tire won't move. And as you tighten them, now the other ones will be loose. So make sure you go back. As you tighten these up, it starts pulling it in tighter, and you need to make sure that they're all tight. All right, guys, that's one down, one to go. There's no reason for you to stick around. Plus, I gotta drink this beer before it gets warm.